Right. Okay. Okay. Let's come back to here and remove the cod.
Aha. Yay.
We're back. Hello, Nick.
Greetings.
Right. Okay. Greetings. Now we're waiting for a signal to come through that we can actually go live on Amazon, and we've got a signal.
Oh,
Have you got a signal, Nick?
I have. The signal has just availed itself.
There are always tense moments when you sort of think, I've frozen. We've frozen.
No,
right. Okay. We froze for a moment there. Okay. We've got light. Hopefully people can see us. What I'm going to do is just go over to the Amazon page and make sure we are live and type in my comments. It says it's loading at the moment. So thank you for watching us live. I'm going to type in the text and send it on the page so that people coming along and watching without unmuting will actually know what the broadcast is about. It's about Nick and I broadcasting live from England to Amazon Live.
That's always helpful. And hello, Corinda. Bless you.
And yeah, Corinda, thank you for joining us. We are live everywhere today, so welcome to the show.
Cool. Oh, and Grant. Hello, Grant. Nice to see you as well.
And lights, camera, action. And we, for the first time ever, this is lights, camera, action, or live video production weekly, depending on where you're actually watching it from.
Exactly.
Okay. If you're watching it, I'll hide that as well. I'll go like that. If you're watching it from Nick's Amazon page, and this is Be.Live Studio 2, just a moment. Let's change the theme, shall we?
Oh, we do like Be.Live.
Yeah, few changes, and then we're good to go. I'm just waiting for a reaction from the system. I've frozen again.
Oh,
okay.
I can see you. Okay.
Right. Okay. So I've got a bit of a problem at my end, and now we've both vanished off screen. But we're back.
Oh.
Okay. Right. It's going to be one of those afternoons, Nick. I'm going to try again. If at first you don't succeed, and go over to the theme. I can't do that. My studio is, for want of a better word, acting up. Go for that one.
Whoa.
I don't know. No.
It's looking okay from your own setting.
All right. Okay. Well, let's hide that.
And Corinda's saying he can see us both and hear us both.
Right. Okay. And we say hello to Grant. Grant, thank you for joining us. Today is the first time we've actually been live in the Be.Live live selling group. Principally because we're on a mission. Well, a Be.Live mission, and that's basically to get more Be.Live broadcasters onto Amazon Live. But more about that later. Okay. So where do we begin? That's the question. And I've lost Nick. Are you still there? Just a minute. I can hear you, but the problem is this is going to be interesting. The problem is I can hear you, but I'm darned if I can. I'm just looking through the carousel. Bear with us a moment. This is live broadcasting, and occasionally things do not go exactly according to plan. This is one of those days when things are not going. I'm looking for Nick. If you see Nick before I do. Yeah, and I've got, if I go here, right, welcome back. Okay, I don't know where you went.
It's all a bit of a mystery to me.
True, and we say hello to Irene, and Irene, nice to see you. And Irene is watching from Facebook too.
Oh, hi.
If you're watching us on Amazon Live, then thank you. Things will, and I got hey you two from Corinda, which is absolutely brilliant. Things will get organised in a minute. Promise. We're just going through the joys of live broadcasting, and things tend to settle down around about. Hopefully, let's give it a time around about the 10-minute mark. So stay with us, and things will correct themselves.
They will.
Okay. So, welcome to the show. This is Lights, Camera, Action, and today we're talking about. Well, we're talking about getting ready for your broadcast. A whole range of topics in there, Nick.
There is. We could have a deep dive on that one. And that's the thing. It's one of the most important lessons, I think, particularly if you're going to be doing a long live stream broadcast, is to actually work out what it is you actually want to say, what you want to cover. And so, I don't know about you, when I first started. When you first start, I used to list out like a big run of show, so I knew the things that I wanted, and it's you just have little notes, and that was all good. But if you're broadcasting with someone that you've maybe not broadcast before with, and a good example of this was with when I did the charity quizzes this time last year for the hygiene bank. So I had these celebrities in inverted commas, celebrities and TV presenters, and I was producing the show. And so for them, obviously, we'd never worked before, so I gave them quite a detailed run of shows, so they knew the questions, the answers, when I was going to pull in the pre-recorded clips, and I was going to put in certain overlays to encourage people to make donations and those sorts of things. So it's one of those things that's really worth putting the effort in to begin with, and that way you're going to get a nice show which will just go smoothly and without any dramas. Unlike when Stephen and I broadcast together, when we know what we're going to talk about, and
what we do,
we keep pedaling.
We do. I'm just gonna try this once more. I'm not going to give in. But something. I mean, Angelica mentioned earlier that basically I need to go to that one and apply. And this time, you got your fingers and toes crossed. Fingers and toes crossed. It says theme updated. Shall we just dare? Nope, theme hasn't updated.
Oh,
no, it's not. Okay. You mentioned a moment ago, because this is going to be fun. You mentioned a moment ago a quiz. Last week we had a quiz.
Oh, we did.
I got the quiz this week. I nearly forgot.
Oh,
yeah.
Christ.
So we have a movie quiz which we'll bring on in a moment, and the idea is that the movie quiz has 10 questions. We get the title of a film, and then we get 4 actors underneath, and we have to decide who starred in the film. Okay, so that's going to be with us in a few minutes. Tech gods being okay. Now, just want to talk for a moment about. We talked about setting up. The first thing about setting up is getting the right camera. Now, I am using the Logitech Brio camera, so you're actually watching a Logitech Brio camera at the moment, and this is capable of 4K. Although we can't broadcast live in 4K yet, we can do 1080p and 720. So we can do HD and DVD resolution. So HD is 720, DVD is 1080, or possibly the other way around. I don't know, Nick. One of the two anyway. But it's very good quality camera with an inbuilt microphone. But I'm not using the microphone in the camera. We'll come on to that later. Nick, what is your camera?
Okay. Well, I've gone a little one below. I was going to pop it in my carousel. I am using the oops, where's it gone? The Logitech HD Pro webcam. So that's this was like the nice entry level little webcam. Again, it you can film in 1080p widescreen, so that's all good. Say more than we're actually using for right now, doing it to Amazon, and it's great. It's a lovely little camera. You just plug it in, USB port, so it puts it in. It's got a 30 frames per second image capture, super light, and it's nice. The reason I like it so much is you can just move it around. I can switch it between the Mac or the laptop, and you just plug it in and point and shoot, and it auto focuses, auto white balance, auto colors, and so it's a really nice little camera. And what you get with all these Logitech cameras is you actually get the little software that works with it as well. I'm just trying to find it. The Logic Capture. So that allows you to do lots of extra little bits and pieces.
Indeed, it does. And both cameras are very similar, but my Brio is down in the carousel at the moment. If you want to take a look, then please do. Now, the way this works, it's simple and straightforward. If you're watching on Amazon Live, you can see items in the carousel at the bottom. And if you click an item, it takes you to the item page, leaving us on screen. But you can go and read about the item itself and get the comparisons and everything, and get reviews and everything you need to make a decision. But you're actually watching at the moment the Brio and the 920, and you can do a direct comparison. Okay,
you can indeed. And if you pop over to the HD Pro C920, then you'll also see me and you, because I'm looking at the page right now, which is one of the coolest things about being able to live stream on Amazon, in my mind.
It totally is. And Corinda, thank you for the comment. And we will mention Lottie's book later in the broadcast. I'm sure we will. We always mention Lottie's book.
We always do.
We've never not mentioned Lottie's book. And just a note, while I take our names off the screen to give a bit more real estate, we are today, this should work, broadcasting using Be.Live and Onestream Live. Okay. Yeah. And we may mention Be.Live during this broadcast.
We probably will, I imagine. Quick shout out, hi Roz. Roz watching over in Australia. Southern Australia, just before bedtime. Thank you, Ross. What don't have nightmares.
Right. Okay. Shall we do the movie quiz?
Let's go for it. I do love a good quiz.
Let's go for it. Okay. So we did very well. Can we repeat it this week is the question. And I'm just trying to find the quiz. I found it. That didn't take too long. Cool. Okay, so in beside us is the quiz, and what we're going to do is we're going to do this step by step and get it to work. We're going to put the quiz full screen. Okay, and you can see me. I'm here. I'm live. And then what I'm going to do, we're going to do this step by step, is I'm going to switch my main camera off and go like this. This should work. If I go, I want to hide my camera, don't I? I've got to hide my camera. Okay, let's go picture in picture. The other way around. Sorry, Nick.
I was going to say, yeah, that was a bit scary for everybody.
I do need to change theme, because if I can't change theme.
You do need to change the theme.
It worked. Yes, it worked. Okay. Right. Okay. Now let's basically go over to the quiz, and this will be good. I'm going to press play, and that will remove any advertising. I noticed that. Okay. So back to us. Now we've got 10 questions, and we're given the title of the film and the year of its release, and then we have to say who starred in the film. Now we're going to take this alternately. I'll take 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, and Nick is going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
It does. It sounds like it might work. The film is, and basically what we'd like you to do is to type in your answers to the quiz in the comments on Amazon Live or on Facebook, and hopefully we've got rid of the echo now. Can you hear an echo, Nick?
It was echoing a minute ago or a few seconds ago.
Right. Okay. Right. Actually, we should be clear. We should be clear of echo now. Yeah. Yeah. I've made another change. Okay. Okay.
Perfecto.
Right. Right. Okay. So my turn first, and we're going to go with the film title Planet of the Apes. Was the main male hero Kurt Russell, Mark Wahlberg, Keanu Reeves, or Daniel Craig? Planet of the Apes. Do you know the answer, Nick?
I believe I do. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
2001. Yes.
Yeah. It's 20 years ago. This is.
I know, and that's why my memory is a little bit. My memory is not what it was, you know.
You're telling me I've got the same problem. It's definitely Monday though, and Corinda has said he thinks it's Kurt Russell. So we've got one vote for Kurt Russell.
Really? Oh,
okay.
We got Roz saying Kurt Russell as well.
Right. Okay. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, you got a little bit of an echo again, Stephen. But I thought it was Mark Wahlberg.
Ah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I'm going to do this.
Back. What else was there?
Can you hear me now?
That sounded a bit better.
Right. Can you say something again?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Right. Okay.
I still think the answer is Mark Wahlberg.
Right. So we've got basically, because we're hosting the show, we do occasionally put our necks on the line, and we're going to say, and I'm going over to the quiz now. I'm going to go with you, Nick. Okay. So apologies to our friends.
Pressure. Oh.
Right. Okay, Nick, it's over to you.
Man, that was a close call. Cool. Okay, so which actor plays the main male hero in Gran Torino in 2008? Was it Clint Eastwood? Was it Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, or Bruce Willis? Let us know.
Right. Great actors all, really.
They are very good actors. We got Ross saying that is it me or Stephen and Nick frozen? No, I think we're still moving around.
Is it me or Stephen and Nick frozen? No, we're not frozen. I can see Nick moving. I'm going to raise my hand. So we're moving. I think. Thank you for watching. Right. Okay. We've got Corinda helping us from London. Corinda is the one actually commenting, and I think Corinda broadcasts on his TV. So it may be the link between him and his TV, which is a problem at the moment. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Right. Thank you for joining us live on Amazon Live. This is our little trivia quiz. We want to give a big shout out to Trivia Plaza, who create these quizzes. If you go to the website, triviaplaza.com, don't do it now though. We just say on Amazon Live. If you go to triviaplaza.com, you'll find hundreds of quizzes, and you'll find this quiz amongst them. We've got special permission from Trivia Plaza, for which we're grateful to be able to show this quiz live on air.
Cool. Ross was saying it was cutting in and out, so I didn't hear the answer to number one. The answer to number one was Mark Wahlberg. We overruled everybody. So, we did. And then Rosa said, I've not seen this one. Was it Pierce Brosnan? And I can categorically say, no, it wasn't.
Right. Okay. So we're taking answers. And
we are. And Corinda's saying Clint Eastwood. And I would tend to agree. Oh,
okay. And John Upton has joined us. And John Upton on Facebook. I don't think he goes to Amazon Live. John Upton, well, John, good friend John, and he's saying. So, you think we've got a consensus there?
Definitely, and I'd agree. I've seen it. I know it's. I know it's
Okay.
Mr. Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Yay!
Okay. Right, number 3, Speed, which was released in 1994, was the main male hero. Antonio Banderas, Nicolas Cage, Denzel Washington, or how do you pronounce his name?
Canu.
Yeah. Canu Reeves. Okay, thank you for that. I've learned something today.
Well, that's how I pronounce it. That doesn't mean it's right.
I'm going to adopt your pronunciation. Right, okay, so this is question number 3, and we have 4 artists, and they are Antonio Banderas, Nicolas Cage, Denzel Washington, and Keanu Reeves. Yeah, and if you know the answer, please do type it in the comments on Amazon, and then we shall read it out. If you type it on Facebook, then we can actually show it on screen too. But our focus today, as always on a Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern, between 9 a.m. and 10:30 Eastern, is on Amazon Live. So thank you to everybody on Amazon Live. I'm just going to switch over in the carousel to my microphone. You're listening to, we'll take a commercial break. You're listening to 2 microphones today. Mine is the Audio Technica AT2020, and yours, Nick, is?
And mine is the amazingly beautiful blue Yeti. It's a marvelous piece of kit.
And it's going to appear on screen at some point during this broadcast.
As I always do. I always have to just show it because I love it so much.
Right. Okay. So the film is Speed, released in 1994. Was it Antonio Banderas, Nicolas Cage, Denzel Washington, or Keanu Reeves? And this is 27 years ago. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have any votes? Has anybody voted so far?
We do. We've got Roz and Corinda saying. They're also saying they've got a different pronunciation. They're also calling it Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Right. Okay.
If you're watching, Mr. Reeves, can you just give us a shout and let us know how we pronounce your name properly?
There is a thread on Facebook, which is, would you like to speak to your favorite artist? And basically, you type in the name of the artist that you want to speak to, and they reply to you.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter whose name you type, you'll actually get a reply from their account.
On Facebook? Wow.
Yeah, it's had tens of thousands of comments, and it works every time. So I don't know what the hack is, but obviously that is working well. Okay, so we're going to go with, who are we going to go with, Nick?
Keanu. We're going to go for Reevesy, as we now call
it. Okay. 4 out of 4. Nick, it's over to you.
And Roz has got some extra little bits of info with Sandra Bullock. Absolutely. Yeah, of course it was.
Indeed.
Okay, so the next one, there's question 4 is, so who was the main male hero in Gone in 60 Seconds? And again, this one is in 2000. My goodness, it's so long ago. Was it Antonio Banderas, Keanu Reeves, Denzel Washington, or Nicolas Cage?
Right. Okay, and we have a comment which is applause from Manuel, and we have a comment from John. It's a bit like a book, really. But
yeah, today I found out.
Yeah. Today I found out Keanu Reeves' first name is pronounced Keanu, not Keanu. That isn't the only misconception surrounding his name. The name itself means the coolness. So.
Oh wow.
Keanu. If it comes up again, this quiz, John, we've got it cracked. Keanu. So it's break. Yeah, I can see what he's done.
Keanu. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. The coolness. Okay. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So actually, John might know. So John, was that his birth name, or was that a name he came up with? There you go. Okay,
I've got John's answer.
I've got 2 guesses on Amazon. So we've got Corinda that's guessing Nicolas Cage, and Roz saying not seen that either. Let me guess Denzel Washington. Not quite. It was.
It was
Nicolas Cage. Yes, along with Angelina Jolie. I think she was in it as well.
Indeed, she's right. Okay, next film. 5 out of 10. Shanghai Noon, released in 2000. Was it Keanu Reeves or Mr. Reeves? Was it Jackie Chan, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or Mel Gibson? Shanghai Noon. Okay, so there's one to think about. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's his real name. Keanu Reeves.
So okay, thank you, John.
Like it. Right. And we have to wonder now what Stephen Healey means and what Nick Wood means.
We'll have to look it up, Nick. We'll have to
make it up. Yeah.
Okay, so question 5. Shanghai Noon, released in 2000. Keanu Reeves, which we're never going to get wrong again. Jackie Chan, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or Mel Gibson?
Yeah. Oh, Rossie's saying, looks like I don't watch enough movies. so she's guessing Mel. You're 100% on your guesses, Ross.
Right. And we have an hello from Efren, who's over on my page, and thank you for watching live. Efren, Dr. ELO is in the house.
Oh, Doctor's in the house.
He's saying hello, Stephen and Nick, and thank you for watching us on Amazon Live. We're doing the quiz. We're batting 4 out of 4. This is question 5. What could possibly? Well, do you know the answer, Nick? Because it would be good if you did.
Yes, it's Jackie Chan.
Right. Okay.
As confirmed by John Upton. John's a bit of a movie buff, isn't he? I think so.
I think he is. So Jackie Chan
and Corinda's
Nick is
Jackie Chan.
Yeah, Nick, it's over to you.
Cool. Oh, now, gosh, we are going back. So, which was the actor that played the male hero in 1982, The Thing? So, was that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Bruce Willis, Kurt Russell, or Harrison Ford? And I'll be honest, I went and saw this at the cinema in Staines. Well, Staines upon Thames, it's called now, but back in those days, it was called Staines. So, yeah. So I do actually know the answer. If anyone wants to.
So you've seen this on the big screen?
On the big screen. Yes. So I used to have a Friday night horror night. So me and my mate Eddie used to go on a Friday night after the pubs chucked us out. Those are the days, even, you could drink, you could smoke. It wasn't not like the experience you have now. Thank goodness it's changed. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Happy days. They were good.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Corinda coming in with Kurt Russell.
Right.
We've got John with Kurt Russell.
Indeed. Both saying Kurt Russell. Okay, these votes are coming in from Facebook. If you're on Amazon Live, you can vote there too.
Cool. Roz she's about to turn into a pumpkin. It's bedtime. So see you tomorrow, Roz. Have a great
Kip. Good night. Good night, Roz. Thanks for watching us live. Okay, we're international. We've got friends around the globe. Okay, so are we going to? Well, you know the answer, so you can point in the right direction.
Definitely Kurt Russell.
Okay. Oh, And question 7, which is mine.
Yes, yours. Yeah, you're on the odd numbers today.
Right, the A-Team in 2010. Now, debatably, this had 4 heroes, but we're going to go with the options are Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Bruce Willis, Liam Neeson, or Denzel Washington. So one of those was the main male hero in the A-Team, released in 2010.
Ooh.
Okay, and if you want to take a guess on Amazon Live, just type it in the comments, and we can't feature it on screen, but we can read it out. If you're watching us live on Amazon Live, thank you. If you'd like to unmute, you can actually hear, but you can actually, I mean, this is very visual, isn't it? I mean,
It's
first of all,
visual.
you actually get, yeah. So if you even if you haven't unmuted and you aren't hearing our stories, you can actually play the quiz silently.
You can.
Okay.
So do you know this one, Stephen?
I do not. No.
Oh.
No. Oh. I'm just waiting to see if there's anything actually coming in on my Amazon Live page, but people are watching, but thank you for that. But I'm not getting any help. Okay, and we get John on Facebook, and John is
yeah, John's spot on both counts actually.
right. John is offering an opinion, and the opinion is Liam Neeson was the male hero, and it was rubbish compared with the TV series. Well, we've all got fond memories of the TV series, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
George Peppard, so cool.
Yeah, and all 4 were stars. So we go with Liam Neeson then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Corinda's saying Liam Neeson as well.
Right.
And I'm glad it's an actor's name we can pronounce.
Right, I think you're okay on this one as well, Nick.
Oh yeah, yes. This one's a nice easy one if you know it. So who was the male hero in the Thomas Crown Affair in 1999? Was it Harrison Ford, Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, or Pierce Brosnan?
Brilliant film. I mean, I remember when Steve McQueen was in the original.
Yeah, of course, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and the iconic images that come from the film, not just the actors, but the story, and it was, both films were classics, has to be said.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I forgot about Steve McQueen.
You can't forget Steve McQueen. No, nobody forgets Steve McQueen. No, you can. I think it's because obviously the technology in 99 was better than the technology in the 70s. So they were able to do a lot more graphics wise. And if it remade it now in 21, then they'd be able to do even more. And who would star now? That's the question. So you've gone Steve McQueen, and then who would do now? I nearly said his name then. That was a moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I've got no one coming in from Amazon.
Right, I'm checking Amazon too, and I've got nothing coming in. Thank you to everyone watching us on Amazon Live. You're watching a quiz. You can take part. You can either type in a comment on Nick's page or my page, or you can do it silently. But you want to read it once more, Nick, before we give the final answer?
For sure. Which actor plays the main male hero in the Thomas Crown Affair, 1999? And
we're going to go for,
going to go for Pierce Brosnan, I think.
Brilliant.
Well done. Oh, and Corinda just said Pierce Brosnan as we said it. So well done, Corinda.
Just in time, Corinda. Okay. Right, now here's another film that's been made several times. This time it was called The Poseidon Adventure, released in 1972. Your stars, male heroes, are Chuck Norris, Charles Bronson, Clint Eastwood, or Gene Hackman. Now then, this is I think I know it, but I'm not sure question.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm pretty certain. But
No,
more more from a process of elimination than anything else.
Yeah. John is saying Corinda wasn't born back then. That's true, but that doesn't. I've got to say that if when Fonz and I did the pop quiz, the fact that Fonz wasn't here in the 60s and 70s, you know, I mean, you can still get the music right, so you can still get the films right, because with Netflix and Amazon Prime now, you can actually watch any film you like, really.
Oh yeah.
So you could go now and you could go to Amazon Prime or Netflix and type in the Poseidon Adventure. And you'll be able to watch it, or you could go to Google and say, where can I watch the Poseidon Adventure? And it will tell you where you can actually watch it. So we are so lucky.
Yep.
Right, Poseidon Adventure, was it Chuck Norris, action hero in many films? Charles Bronson, well, he was an action hero if ever there was one. Clint, who's been an action hero for the past 60 years, or Gene Hackman.
Yeah, and I've got Corinda saying
great.
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman. If you remember the chandelier scene in the Poseidon Adventure, then you'll know who it was. Okay, because the ship obviously turns turtle, goes upside down. Yeah, so it was just a good film.
Yeah.
For
some of those films I saw so long ago that it's when you think, But yeah, I'm thinking it's Gene Hackman.
Okay, I think that I totally agree with you, and we're going to go for Gene Hackman. Right, no, there's no pressure on us here. We have got 9 out of 9 correct. We just need one more, and we get a 10. Your call, Nick.
Cool. So, which actor plays the main male hero in Shaft 2000? Was it Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx, or Wesley Snipes? Oh,
choices.
All excellent actors.
Excellent soundtrack too.
Yeah, funky soundtrack. Absolutely.
Soundtrack from the 70s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And
right, okay.
Definitely.
And John, Corinda's answer is that I was guessing, and then to John, and he's saying, you can't call him Sammy. His name's Samuel. Okay, good. Thank you, John. Sammy Jackson. He's like the lad from up the street, isn't it? Sammy Jackson. This is the Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, little Sammy. Yeah. Who, I mind you, has he ever made a bad film, that man? I mean,
I don't think so. It'd be hard push to actually think of one.
No, I can't think of that.
Right, okay.
On that, John, it is totally Samuel.
Right,
Corinda is saying Samuel L. Jackson as well. So
very good. Well done, Corinda. Well done, John. Are we going to go with that? Is that our final answer?
That's got to be final answer.
Okay. Gone.
Oh.
And look at that. Right, okay. And the result for everybody who watched, and thank you all for your, what do you think, Nick? Have we done well?
Oh, look, we're above average, and that's no bad thing. So out of 72,000 total plays, we got a 10 out of 10. I think we can be very proud of ourselves, because I think actually all of us, apart from, I can say it, Roz has gone to bed. All of us apart from Roz, I think we have all the answers. But
there's one or two.
That's the benefit of playing as a team.
True. Oh, true. This has definitely been teamwork. And thank you to John and Corinda, everyone who's actually put an answer in during the course of the quiz. And
can I say special thanks to John, because now we know how to pronounce Keanu Reeves.
Well, let's bring that in, because this is important to note. Today I found out say it wrong first. Keanu Reeves' first name is pronounced Keanu, which is sort of the K-E, the R, and the Nu, and not the other one. That isn't the only misconception surrounding his name. The name itself means
Cool.
the coolness. There we are. We've learned something today, you and I.
We have.
So, John. Okay, it's time to hide the quiz. We're going to hide the quiz. We've got a screenshot of it. 10 out of 10. Awesome, everybody. And let's hide the quiz and come back.
Farewell, quizzes. Fantastic. Oh, you seem to have gone a bit muted, Stephen. Which is...
Thank you. I did, in fact, mute myself. I'm going to... right, I'm back. We're back. Thank you. This is the joy of actually working two people on screen, because if I don't unmute, it doesn't take 5 minutes for me to find out, because Nick tells me straight away.
Exactly.
And this wouldn't be a problem, but when you're broadcasting solo and I play videos and then you forget to unmute your microphone, the show carries on. You think you're just talking away and everything is going hunky-dory, everything's fine. But then you notice on your iPad that Amazon have actually stopped the broadcast. And they've stopped the broadcast because of technical difficulties. If you and I sat here in silence for 5 minutes, it's not going to happen, by the way, but if we sat here in silence for 5 minutes, Amazon Live would think we'd finished. Yeah, and so we can't do 5 minute silence. If you ask us to, we just can't do it.
No. Actually, interestingly, on the Keto Cooking Show last Friday, I was having issues just with the connectivity. I think it was just trying to... I think what I'd done was I'd still got Be.Live set to HD, even though I'd switched the camera to 720, and so and it switched off. And I fixed it while the stream was on at the beginning. Then about 5 minutes in, Amazon just stopped it, saying, "Oh, we think you've had some problems." Boom, and so switched it off on my behalf. Bless them, but that's okay. Like the true professional, I just rebooted and went back on.
Right. And I still can't switch things. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, okay. Shall we move on then? And if you're watching live, thank you very much. Okay. Where shall we go, Nick?
Well, I was just mentioning, because I know it's in the carousel still, mine, and that is, and Corinda asked a question: why is it called a blue Yeti when it's silver? And do you know what, Corinda? I don't know. I have no idea. So answers on the postcard. John might know. But yeah, this is the blue Yeti microphone. I love it. Always gets a shout out when we're on here. It's multi-directional. You can split it. You can have it pointing one way, 2 ways. Great for recording bands. If you've got people in a studio, you've got lots of volume control. And again, it just does, like all these things that I love to use. It's got to be super simple. It just plugs in the back of your laptop or your Mac or your PC, and it's just plug and go. And it's great. It does what it says on the tin. It's really robust as well. So it's you can have it stuck on a stand, but it comes with its own little stand, and you know it's solid. It won't fall off. It knows where it is. It knows what it does, and yeah, I love it. It's good for recording. Even if you just wanted to use podcasting, it would be brilliant for that. And so I use it for all things: Zoom calls, live streaming. It is just my standard go-to microphone. And in the carousel at the moment, I believe it's featured there for $129. So have a little look around that, and enjoy.
And we're back.
And you're back in the room.
Yeah. At some point, I think I might refresh at some point. That might cure the problem that we have. Yeah.
You like to live dangerously, Mr. Healey.
It's not a major problem. It's just annoying.
I know. I can sense it. It's like a scratch itch. You just can't scratch.
Well, the thing is, we're talking about preparing for a broadcast, and the preparation for a broadcast doesn't start 5 minutes before we go live. It starts hours before we go live, because we have to know what we're going to talk about. So we decide what the core content of the broadcast is going to be about between us. Okay, that's the first thing out. Then we've both got show cards, different show cards for different pages. So we actually publish those show cards. Then I arrange the broadcast and schedule it, and we go live on 2 Facebook pages to start with, and another 10 pages thanks to OneStream Live. Magical, isn't it?
It's amazing.
So we've set the broadcast up, but we also set our studios up, yeah, and we set our studios up to actually explore the theme of the day. And I'd set my studio up, and 20 minutes before we went live, my microphone stopped working. Okay, now when you're going to go live, your microphone, as we've just been discussing, is an integral part of the broadcast, and for it to go, well, it disappeared. I mean, just wasn't even there. Never mind, it wasn't working. And so you got 20 minutes to get the microphone back. And then that wasn't enough because you had a little problem as well, Nick. I mean, this is all live broadcasting, isn't it?
I did. For those that don't know, I seem to be in just the worst place on the planet for landline connectivity to the internet, because for some reason they didn't put fiber optic in this little housing estate that I live in. And so what I have to do is I have to beam mine. I pair up my computer to my 4G on my phone. So normally that is not a problem at all, but today it just would not connect. And I think with 60 seconds to go, it eventually said yes, and I was able to do a quick refresh, and suddenly I was back. But yes, all these things are just sent to try us.
They totally are. Right. Amazon Live, carousel down below. Both Nick and I, between us, well, Nick owns things in his carousel, I own the things in my carousel. So you're actually watching me live, broadcasting from a Microsoft Surface Book 2, which is down in the carousel. And I'm going to tell you, I love this, because when this relates to whilst we're live, and hopefully I can find it. It's featured in the carousel. It's the new Microsoft Surface Book 2. As you can see, it's a dual system. It's a tablet and it's a laptop. And you can just take the top off and you can go 13.5-inch tablet or 15-inch tablet, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm using mine since beginning of last year. But I can tell you, if you're watching live now, it is 15% off. That's $1,699 instead of $1,999. It is, the model that's being shown is 16 gig of RAM, dual graphics processors, 256 gig SSD drive, solid state drive, and it's just a workhorse. It's been reviewed many times, and the reviews simply said one thing: the best laptop ever. Okay. Which is quite an accolade.
That's a big review. I like that.
All right, and Nick, Corinda, and Efren are actually saying hello to each other. Let's talk about your. We don't often do this, but we should. Let's talk about Macs, shall we?
Oh, yeah. I've not got one in my carousel.
Oh, you hang on. Just a minute. You've not got a Mac in your carousel.
No. I tell you, I've got a carousel.
Oh, right. Okay. Nick, it's over to you. I'm just asking permission to refresh my screen. That's all.
Go for it. What I do have in my carousel, and that I say the thing that I use for my broadcasting is the iPhone. So I'm just going to try to pull that into and I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro. And the lovely thing about using this is that you can now, because the iPhone 13 is out, you can now get these little beauties for a lot less than you used to be able to. As I say, the reason I love it, to stream on Amazon, we need to have an iOS device, a mobile device. So that can be either a an iPad or a phone, but we can't just go directly from the Mac, which I do need to put into my carousel. You're absolutely right. So yeah, so I hadn't updated my iPhone for a while, and so earlier on this year it was time to update, and so I got the iPhone 12 Pro. It is absolutely brilliant. I love it. It is so easy to use. The camera, and I know the iPhone 13 has got the cinematic camera, but this camera, it was just head and shoulders above all the other iPhones that went before it. Absolutely brilliant. The quality is incredible. You can shoot in ultra high definition. Yes. Now, one of the questions is, and one of the things that always for iPhones is people always question the battery life. And the battery life, if you're just using it as a phone, isn't bad, not bad at all. But if you're using it like I do, connected to the internet, using it as a link, using that 4G, so I've got unlimited data, then that can be quite juicy. But the nice thing with I say the nice thing, one of the frustrating things sometimes with Apple is that they produce a new model, and then all the little add-ons, the auxiliary parts, don't actually fit. So with the iPhone 12, they always want you to have little earbuds as opposed to plug-in earphones. But the other thing it does do is that it actually doesn't come with it, but you can buy a super fast charger. So I've got a super fast charger that comes with this when I got the Apple phone, and it charges within an hour. So you can get a full charge within the hour, and you're good to go. So and even when I've got it churning out and linked up to the internet, it still only takes about an hour to go from like 15%, 10% battery charge all the way up to the top again. So that is good. And that's one of the important things. You want to let it be able to, for all batteries, you want to pretty much drain them as much as you can before you recharge them. Otherwise, they do play around, and they do lose a lot. John, thank you so much for that, for the Blue Yeti. It's the company name is Blue Mic or Blue Mic. So that's why Corinda is called a Blue Yeti. But actually, even on, and I was recording with this out and about the other day, even on this iPhone, the microphone I was really impressed with the sound quality when I was just videoing myself on the phone. Really cool. I was just doing a little demo of, and it will be up on my Amazon page later on this week, but I was doing a little demo of replacing my bicycle grips on my handlebars. So I've got those coming, and I was just filming outside as I was doing them, and I didn't have my little microphone with me, and so I just used the phones, and it was actually really good. So not only does it create amazing video, but it also has quite good audio as well. So the iPhone 12, it's in the refurbished. The link to the refurbished ones is in the carousel. You could do yourself a lot worse than grabbing one of these. Absolutely brilliant pieces of kit. So, and that's from someone that used to be an Android only man. Now totally iPhone.
That was me too. I was totally Android and Windows, and that was the only thing that it's the only thing that worked for me. Right, okay. So what we're going to do, because I've been busy in the background, is we're going to put Nick on one side, and I'm going to appear here, and hopefully you can hear me, Nick. Yeah,
I can hear you loud and clear.
Right, okay. I can actually show these on screen. These are, and they are down in the carousel, these are Aftershocks headphones. And these are my go-to. I mean, whether you're walking, running, jogging even, or cycling, these are the headphones for you. These are the headphones for people actually on the move. They're waterproof. They are sweat-proof. And the thing is that they don't, as you'll see, this is a practical demonstration, okay? And I put myself small on purpose. But if I put the headphones on, then you can see that they go over the ear. They don't go inside your ear. Now, this is very important. not only do you still get good quality sound, but you also mean that your ears are not occupied by earpieces, which means that you can't lose them. Which means, but the major thing is that wearing this headset, you can actually hear everything that's going on around you. And that's important. You can hear the person next to you talking. You can hear the cyclist silently stealing up behind you. You can hear the cars on the road. You can switch your attention from listening to your favorite music or podcast to what's going on around you. And you don't have to take your earbuds or your earphones out. They simply work. They're down in my carousel at the moment. They'll be a featured item shortly, but I love them ever since I got them. I know my friend Krista Boven in Belgium, in St. Nicholas in Belgium, actually so impressed she actually bought 2 pairs, which is a bit like Victor Kayam, really, who famously bought the company. Chris actually bought 2 pairs, so shout out to Chris. You'll find them in the carousel. They have the ability to receive phone calls, just one click of a button. You can voice dial, you can pair, obviously, you've got to pair it with your iPhone or your Android mobile. But once you've done that, then, and that's so easy to do, even I can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Once it's paired, it stays paired. And then you can just say what you want to play. And you can hear music or a podcast on the go. These are great for on the go. These are great, it's just to reiterate, they're great for walking, jogging, running, or cycling. These are the headphones of choice, and they are just so good. Now, what I'm going to do by magic is I'm just going to do this. And I know Nick earlier showed you his microphone. Okay. Now, I don't want to move my microphone. I've got to be honest here. I don't want to move it. Okay, because if I move it, I'm out. Well, it's safe where it is. This is a photograph of the Audio Technica Yeti 2020, which was recommended to me by renowned podcaster Mike Phillips. And it's just got the glorious sound. I mean, you're actually listening to it. And the quality of the sound, the tone of the sound, it is a heavy sound. I mean, I used to have a lapel microphone, and that was crystal clear. Okay, but you don't have the full bodiness. You don't have the depth of sound when you're using a lapel microphone. I'll come back to those when we talk about mobile video in a moment. But this is my microphone of choice. It's about 3 feet away from me. It simply does what I want a microphone to do. And the other thing now is that having gone to the microphone, which is down in the carousel, I can come back to me and I can take myself off solo and you come back to Nick and I.
Yay. Back
Right.
again.
Okay. Right. How's the thank you. How's the sync? Because I was a bit worried about the sync. Am I crystal clear or?
Yeah, no, you sound crystal clear to me. Yeah, absolutely fine.
Oh, good. Right. Okay. I'm going to take these off now.
They do look good, I've got to admit. I'd pop them in my carousel as well because they do look excellent. And it's that bone transference technology.
Yeah. Bone conduction. I mean, they do come. I forgot to say this earlier. They do come in various colors. You don't have to have blue. Okay. If you want orange, you can have orange. If you want black, you can have black. Wide range of colors available. A wide range of models. That's the one I'm just showing you is the lower end. You can go to the site, the page on Amazon.com, and you can see all the options that Aftershocks have available. Yeah, I still can't get over the fact we got 10 out of 10 for the quiz.
I know. Oh well, look, you know, we're just movie buffs. That's the thing. I think that part of it is quite. You know, when we're saying these movies were 20 and nearly 30 years old.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the Poseidon Adventure, you know, we do recall seeing them. That was the thing. 20, 40 years old. Sorry, the Poseidon Adventure, isn't it? And the thing being 30 years old, like crikey.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking through my carousel, and If you find, sorry about that, I wasn't listening totally. Side note, if you find them before I do in my carousel, then let me know. That was an opportunity missed. But with 30 items down the carousel, we are occasionally going to miss one. Has to be said, because we can't show them all, can we?
No,
Really?
no. And particularly if we've got, you've got 40. I didn't put 40 in my carousel today because I knew we wouldn't be covering all of them. So
yeah. Okay, where shall we go?
Where
Do you
to?
want to go for a little walk?
Oh yes, I do like a little walk. Have you been to one of your nice places again, Stephen?
Right, I have. I've been to one of my nice places. I'm going to pick one at random. And okay, let's go here. This is a good one. I like this one. Okay, so I'm bringing a video up on screen. Now, just to explain, and I'm going to go like that. Just to explain, I enjoy shooting mobile video. And whenever we go out, I take my Android phone and my home gimbal with me and we shoot video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the video full screen. That's step one. I'm going to turn off Nick's microphone. So Nick's quiet now. And I'm going to go quiet too. And we're going to press the video play button. But before we do, this is Portsmouth Dockyards in the UK. Used to be Royal Navy Dockyards until it went to Scotland. But this is the place where there are lots of ships. Is built in Great Britain, and it's steam powered, not sail powered. And we're just going to walk alongside to give you an idea of the size of this. Over there is a tower, 385 feet, I think. You can actually go up in a lift to the top, but we're concentrating on the shipping today as we're at the dockyards. Welcome to HMS Warrior, Her Majesty's ship Warrior, or His Majesty's ship as it was when it was commissioned. And this is just an amazing place. As I pan round, we're actually, the estuary is over there, and we have all the buildings on the right. As usual, I'm broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and my website, live from Portsmouth in England, as Angelica and I do our tour of Hampshire. Okay, so I'm trying to avoid people. And hello. Are you going on board? No, we're not. Okay. I think you're not allowed to photograph on board, hence his question, which is a fair one. Today we're just taking a walk around the dockyards as opposed to touring the facilities. It's wonderful because you can actually get onto the dockyards for free, which is what we've done today, and you can walk around and you can film and nobody's going to stop you. So I'm going to go as far as here and then turn around and watch Angelica coming towards us, and we'll turn around and head back because we don't know what's going to come next. We've just done this part, so Angelica's going to follow me as I turn around. Hey, come here! Right, okay. So we've not been here before. Right, so at that point I'm going to stop the video and we'll come back to myself and Nick on screen. But that video was shot using the home gimbal, which is down in the carousel, and a standard Android phone. When I do broadcast live to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and my website. And I always enjoy recording what is a history, really. So I'm going to take that off screen, unmute Nick's microphone, and come back to us.
Yay!
Theoretically, that is. I'm just pressing the buttons here. Yeah, we got there. I'm going to hide that. Okay, now all the videos that Nick and I show you are actually live and ready on YouTube, waiting to go. And all you need to do is type in my name, Stephen Healey, and go to YouTube, and you can watch the videos. Okay, comment coming in automatically. My hands are there. There's a comment coming in. This is magical. Let's wait. Question from Corinda. Question: how do you put OneStream on mobile? That's it. All right. Okay. How do I do it, Corinda? I got to. I know that I broadcast using my phone. I'm on an Android phone, and therefore I use a program called Astra Streaming Studio. And Astra Streaming Studio sends the signal via RTMP, and it can either go to onestream.live or it goes to switchboard.live. Now, the thing about switchboard.live is that as soon as it gets the signal from my phone, it goes live automatically, as Nick knows. Switchboard Live is brilliant, Nick.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and it basically what I'm going to do is I will. We can't put links on Amazon, so I'm not going to give you a link, which is why I didn't show you a link earlier, John. We're not doing links. But the thing I would like to talk about, costs we can, is confidence on camera. We said we'd get round to it, Corinda.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Would you like to go first, sir?
Oh, this is like the go-to book. This is our friend Lottie Hearn, and she's written this book, Confidence on Camera: The 7 Steps to Present Your Power on Any Size Screen, and that is so true. And it's just, you know, you can refer to it at any stage, because you know you need the confidence to actually get on camera. And you know, if you go and have a little look at the reviews, then you'll see that this book is an absolute must-have. And Lottie has been she was a children's TV presenter. Was it, I think, in Singapore or
Hong Kong?
Hong Kong. No, I knew it's somewhere over there somewhere. And so yeah, so she's done it all. She's live TV'd with kids, animals, all the things you're not supposed to do. Lives to tell the tale. You know, has an amazing warmth about her as well. The last time I live streamed with her was back in March, and you know the warmth and excitement that she just generates on screen is unbelievable. So you know she's an amazing woman. So this book that's actually in the carousel right now is well worth having, because as I explained last week, it's, you know, I was filming some professional salespeople a couple of years ago and saw them deliver an amazing presentation to a hotel room full of people. But then when they wanted to do some extra little elements, and this was pre-recorded, not even live, but to do sort of piece to camera, you know, was just so out of their comfort zone. They couldn't string their words together, even though they had a little script. It took forever. And so you know, it's having that confidence to be able to just come on, know what you're going to say, have that energy in your voice, and just deliver. And that's what this book is so brilliant about doing. She makes it super easy. So she's taken all she knows from TV presenting and basically, you know, condensed it down into this little book. And Corinda, right, Lottie Hearn, you are brilliant. Absolutely, I couldn't say it more so than that. I mean, Stephen, you've known Lottie longer than I have.
Totally. I just need to do one thing. Just give me a second. I just realised what's going on here. Just give me a second.
No problem. Yeah. So look, let's read. You know, she's got some great reviews on Amazon, 5-star reviews. You know, no waffle, great strategies that are relevant and action oriented. You know, it's absolutely true. Lottie's been coaching our team for conferences, training, webinars, both live and on camera for a number of years. With her book, Confidence on Camera, we now have a step-by-step guide to share with staff across the world that enable them to maintain our competitive edge. and and even the most recent ones here, fantastic one just a couple of months ago. Goodness, 7 steps is so much knowledge. This is from Bronwyn.
Yeah.
You'll definitely be a pro at the end of it. As an amateur and with my own online business, I gained huge value just from steps 1 and 2, with a commitment at the start and interactive exercises. This book that you can actively use. Love the quote at the forward: being comfortable in your own skin is above all the most important business resource you have at your disposal. Why? Because attitude, belief, and confidence is sexier and a better seller than any body part. It's so true. So yeah, there it is. That is the amazing book, and just check out those reviews because they're brilliant.
Yeah, she's an amazing person, and Corinda is confirming that. Corinda is saying Lottie sponsored his show when he talked about the book, and also that Lottie, you're brilliant, and we'll have to do a clip of this afterwards for Lottie.
Yeah,
and and you didn't get the book, the live video streaming, How to Grow Your Business Online, Kindle edition. Right, that's by way of saying that I have on Amazon as an author, I have a book, and the book, thanks to Corinda, is entitled How to Grow Your Business Online with Live Video Streaming.
Wow.
Which I wrote with Fraser Hay, and it is on Amazon.com, and it was a bestseller. Okay, because Fraser knows how to do that. We are busy doing an edition for 2021, but the original book that we did back in 2016, 2017 is now an historical document. Okay, it talked about Blab. Ooh. Blab is where we all met. Blab is gone. It talked about Smile Time, which is where Corinda and I used to broadcast. Smile Time decided that desktop broadcasting was not the future. The future was mobile broadcasting, and they just disappeared. At the same time, there was an outfit called Huzza, Huzza, and they actually were bought out for millions. So they did the right thing. A couple of lads gentlemen in their 20s, and they knew what they were doing, and they sold out. So it wasn't until Be.Live arrived in October 2016 that we got a stable platform, because here we are. Be.Live's 5th birthday was last week, 5 years on, and we've got the highest quality broadcasting platform. And in that honor, Nick, I'm going to do this, Nick. I've resisted so far, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, hopefully, if the system's playing ball, that is, I'm going to put, for the rest of the broadcast, I'm going to put a logo in the top right-hand corner, and that's the Be.Live logo. And over to Corinda again. And Corinda is saying, I think I only met Nick in Be.Live. I met Stephen everywhere, but I don't think Nick was on Blab. Can you confirm that?
Yeah, you're right there, Corinda. We met on Be.Live. I wasn't on Blab. I was busy trying to work out OBS.
Right.
And,
okay.
And Facebook at the time.
Right. Okay. And we'd like to say thank you to the following friends: Barry, Manuel, Noel, and Grant, for actually following us on Facebook today.
Oh,
that's brilliant. Right. Now, just a note: if you are in the new group, in the Be.Live selling group, and you're following, it's called Focus on Amazon Live. And basically, Focus on Amazon Live is about helping people who use Be.Live to stream on Amazon Live. And I don't know if you like this or not, but focus, because you can't just do it. You've got to focus on it. So Focus on Amazon Live. Yeah. And the acronym for that, I love the acronym for that. Focus on Amazon Live is FOAL. Oh. It's a win. So we're gonna right. Sorry, I got carried away then. I got carried away with my own realization.
I love it. I love it. We should have some sort of like baby horse type logo, maybe.
As long as it's not a unicorn.
That's true. Actually, that slightly off topic. That reminds me of when I lived in Germany. I was lucky enough to actually spend most of my time in a little village just outside Mönchengladbach, and the football team that was so that's our local football team was Borussia Mönchengladbach, Die Fohlen 11, the 11 foals, because back in the 70s when they were super good, they were very much a push and run, very fast team. So, and they were pretty okay when I was living there. Well, actually, that's a complete lie. They got relegated and they came back up. But
I don't want to talk about Manchester United. No, we don't. We don't.
I don't want to talk about Tottenham either.
No. I mean, two wonderful, amazing results for the teams that actually won. But Corinda quite likes the logo being a unicorn.
Oh. You're a little dark horse, Corinda. Yeah, I know. I had to say it. I could see you being a unicorn kind of guy.
Yeah. And John is saying quite correctly, amazing days back in the 2000s. He's saying I met Stephen on Academy about 20 years ago. That's way before live video. It's before Facebook. I mean, was there anything before Facebook? Yes, there was an Academy, which was a UK networking site for business professionals, where you actually paid a monthly premium to actually network, and we all paid £10 a month for the privilege of networking on a website. And you can do everything that you could do on Facebook now, apart from go live. Yeah, you post, you could post photos, you could post videos, you could have groups or forums, as we called them. And it was Academy before Academy. And when you've got fond memories, it was a place to have fond memories because the people met there. I mean, there's a group on Facebook now called Prospect Networking, and that group has been on Facebook since 2010 because the Academy stopped, as most things do. It stopped, disappeared overnight. So I created a group on Facebook called Prospect Networking, and there are about 300 friends in there who still chatted to each other now and again. So great times, great memories, John. And over to Corinda. Mighty network. All right. I attempted last September to sort of do something away from Facebook. As you know, I created a Mighty network, and it cannot be done. I'm going to say from experience and spending the pounds, it is very difficult to build a network which is not Facebook, because we all go on Facebook every day. If there's a group there, we get a notification, we go direct to the group. If you've got something which is off Facebook, I'm talking now, October 2021, it's difficult to set something up outside of Facebook because you're asking people to take an extra step. Okay. And no matter how hard you work, you're not going to get 2.4 billion users. You can't afford to have 2.4 billion people to network with on a site that is not Facebook. And that's the Facebook advantage, or one of them. And, I mean, we're live on Facebook at the moment because it is, irrespective of the moans we have occasionally, it is still the best place to broadcast live, apart from
hold your tongue, Mr. You're about to lose your guru status for a minute. Apart from Amazon, of course, being the most amazing place to live stream, which is incredible. But that is so true. I've got I'm with a group that have built something else very similar. But again, it's just the fact that you have to then go on it. You got, when you got Facebook and everyone on your phone, it's just easy to be there. And I don't know about you, but I recently I've got a whole raft of people trying to tell me that they've got the replacement for LinkedIn, and would I help them promote that? And the answer is no, because everything you've done doesn't it's the things they're showing me is just another networking platform that you've created, which has got no people in it. and if you haven't got the people in it, then you can't network. Really difficult. Really difficult.
Right. It is virtually impossible. I agree. Corinne's saying, did you know eBay's got live streaming as well? No.
No, I didn't know that.
No.
No.
Shall we go and check that out? Not now, but afterwards.
Yeah. And I think Reddit's got live streaming as well. I've not been able to unpick that block yet.
John and I used to go to the King's Head, Aston Canthlow, and have a pint. Mine was always a Guinness.
Now that's what I call networking. Yeah.
Oh, that was real networking. That was networking in real life. Yeah, I mean that's where I used to live in Stratford-upon-Avon for 12 years, and it was neither as wonderful as Wiltshire, has to be said. And that's because I'm going to say this now. That's because of the people who were there. People make places and people make networks. Yeah, it's people that count. You can't. You need the interaction. You need the conversations.
You do, and I know John is in Solihull, and which is not Birmingham, but and I used to know Solihull quite well because my sister lived there for many years, and so my first nieces were growing up. They were always there. So yeah, nice, very pretty place.
It is. It's a wonderful part of the world. Very leafy.
Yeah.
Very suburban. Yeah, and it's not Birmingham. On behalf of John, Solihull is not Birmingham. Birmingham is an industrial city. Solihull is not.
It's a leafy
Solihull is a leafy suburb. Apart from the railway track, which is just down the road from John, and never mind, I'll not go there. It is a leafy suburb, beautiful part of the world. So I've been fortunate to live in Stratford-upon-Avon and now down in Devizes in Wiltshire. And yeah, okay. Right, checking on Amazon Live. Okay, thank you everybody who's watching. If you'd like to unmute, then you'll be able to hear our stories. And the last thing, well, one of the last things I want to talk about, really, I'm just going to go full screen for a moment, if I may, Nick.
Go for it.
3, 2. It's not. I'm pressing the button. Nothing's happened. Right. A word of explanation, and this has been one of my problems today. It's a nice one to have. As you know, I'm based in wonderful Wiltshire, Devizes, and you can tell from the pattern that's on my green screen that the sun is shining today. And as part of my prep for the show today, I forgot to shut the sun out because you don't see the sun in the UK in October. Okay, you just don't. So I didn't want to shut it out completely, which has made a brilliant pattern on my background, which means that if I go green screen, then I'm going to get that pattern everywhere I go. Down in the carousel at the moment is the Fobitech green screen. This is the one that you can see behind me. It is one of the best ones I've found. First of all, it's scrunchable. I can scrunch it, it collapses, I can put it into its bag, and I can carry it around. Second thing is that this is reversible. So it's green on one side, blue on the other side, and it's a personal choice. Okay. And I'm going to say this again. If you're going to use background removal software, you need one of these. You can't do it without. Okay. Nick's got one. We should all have a green screen. Okay. Yeti makes her own green screens. It's the principle is you want a single color behind you. And I've got a single color and a shadow at the moment. And a question, when is sun in October? Corinda, I was joking, Corinda. I was joking. We do have sun in October, but it's just a rare occasion that I wanted to frame it on this photograph. Now, the thing is that I'm actually using, I'm not sure if I'm using, just a minute. Just give me a second. I'll go there. Let's see if we can remove the sunshine. And we're going to remove the sunshine because when the sun is shining and it's raining, what do you get? I'm going to tell a story now.
Okay.
You get a rainbow. Okay. So I am actually using a green screen. And the beauty of this green screen is that I can put my hand up and get 10 fingers, and I can move my hands about. If I didn't have the green screen, you wouldn't see the 10 fingers when I move them. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. That's why you need to have a green screen if you're going to use background removal software. Now, I'm using XSplit VCam. If you go to YouTube and you search for me and you search for background removal, you'll find lots of videos about it. So I can change my background basically to suit my mood. And you notice that by changing my background, I've got rid of the sun. We can't have that, can we? So I'm going to come back to me. Okay. Right. So that was a quick explanation of background removal software.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm going to take the logo.
Now, can I say I've got a challenge. Now I have, and this is very relevant to being an Amazon live stream influencer, and I was someone reached out to me and said, "Oh, can you promote some of my products?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. If they're good, then I can." So I'm just waiting for them to be sent over, and it's quite funny because this is all relates to the cooking show. But these products, I've not got them yet, so I can't put them in the carousel. But they are bread-proving baskets, so they look fantastic.
Oh wow!
So I'm looking forward to seeing them. But of course, bread is one of those tricky little things. And I'm just going to put it in me. I'm just going to quickly pop it in my carousel. So the thing about it is they want us to do sourdough.
Ah, okay.
And I think I just put this in my carousel. Where's it gone? No, it seems to have just flipped straight out, which is a bit weird. Oh no, there it is.
Okay.
So yeah, in the carousel is my favourite maker, Mr. Hollywood's book.
Right.
And he's got a sourdough starter. So this is what I've now got all the kit. And I've got to start this sourdough now, and it's really quite cool. So I'll hopefully, as the week goes on, I'll be able to actually demonstrate how you make sourdough in the ketonic show later on in the week, because sourdough, unbelievably, because you're fermenting your culture, you're actually getting rid of a lot of the sugar. So sourdough becomes quite keto friendly. So, and particularly if you're not doing super hardcore keto, if you're on dirty keto, sourdough is really good. So yes, so there's bread making coming. So there you go. I just wanted to give him a quick shout out because I wasn't sure where I could get the best sourdough recipe. So yeah, so I've got to now create this little sourdough culture, treat it like a child, nurture it, love it for 7 or 8 days, then hopefully I might get a decent loaf out of it. So, but yeah, that's my go-to baking book though, is Paul Hollywood's baking book. That's how my bread making up until I'd read that book was frankly shocking. But that actually was like a light bulb started going off, and yeah, it was a good thing to do.
You raised it. The baking, you raised it. It went up a level. You went up a notch. Cooking analogy is brilliant. Right, but you have a cooking show before that, don't you? I mean, that's Keto Nick is later this week. You actually live tomorrow.
Yeah, Keto Nick's on Friday. Live tomorrow. We're going slightly earlier tomorrow for the England-Australia cook-off. We're at 9 a.m. in the UK. Because we've had a switch over of time in Australia. So
right. Yeah, the 1 hour.
So that'll be 6 p.m. in Australia. And then it's going to be a little bit strange next week because our clocks have changed. So that's tomorrow, 9 a.m. in the UK. Chili, we've got a chili con carne cook-off.
Oh, brilliant. That's one of my favorites.
Nice, easy recipe, really tasty. So I'm going to be doing some extra little sides. So we'll have a bit of guacamole and all those nice
Ooh.
bits, maybe some sour cream, something like that. So
Okay, I've made
I'm
a
getting
note.
hungry just thinking about it, to be honest.
I've made a note. I'll be there at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
And
Chili
over
for
to
breakfast, yeah.
a question from Corinda. What's the difference between Insider and Rising Star?
Well, when you,
that is chili con carne's breakfast, Corinda. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, a rising star. When you first, and hopefully you've been able to reapply, Corinda. But when you're first accepted, you're accepted as a rising star, and then what you need to do is then produce 90 minutes worth of live streaming. I mean, I think Steve and I both did it in pretty much one hit. Actually, no, I did a little test one, I think, for 30 minutes. Then I did an hour and 20 for the next one, just to show that you are capable of live streaming, capable of holding a live stream together for an appropriate amount of time. Make sure your quality is good enough because they look through it, and then once they're happy with you, then they'll allow you to become an insider, which allows you to be shown in more places. And then after the insider, you then become an A-lister once you've grown your audience, produced more videos. And yeah, it's just a nice little segue up the ladder, and then you'll get showed higher in different streams.
So, if you click a link on the carousel on Nick's page, you'll taken off to an Amazon.com page, a normal page. If Nick's got a special price, you will get that special price whilst we're live. If you do the same on my page, if you're watching on my Amazon page, if you click the carousel, you'll be taken to the page, and if I've got a discount on, then you'll get that discount. We do make a small, well, it's not really small, we make an affiliate commission.
Yeah.
If you do that. Okay. And basically that's one of the marvelous things about Amazon.live is that we actually, for the first time ever, we actually get paid for broadcasting, which is good. We're smiling.
Which is refreshing. Yeah.
It is refreshing. Right. Okay. That's the thing. Right. Okay. And over to Corinda, and Corinda's saying nice.
Yeah. No, Corinda, I'm with you on that. I probably wouldn't have chili con carne for breakfast, but
no,
I'll certainly have it for lunch and dinner. And a quick shout out to Kaiden. Thank you very much for following me on Amazon. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Brilliant. Excellent. Okay. So Nick is back tomorrow at 9 a.m. UK, 4 a.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. in Australia. I'm back, not to confuse things, I'm back at 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow with my own broadcast. And Nick and I, well, let's not go too far. So you can see us both tomorrow. You can see Nick at 4 a.m. Eastern and me at 9 a.m. Eastern. That's the schedule for tomorrow.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're having trouble sleeping, then come and watch me make chili con carne. Well, come support me as I go head to head with Adair over in Australia on the houseboat.
On the houseboat, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, indeed.
Is it all good?
Right. Okay. Just like to say thank you to everybody watching on my Amazon page, who's watched us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, wherever today. We're everywhere, Nick and I. We broadcast to about 20 different destinations. The most important one of which, of course, in our minds is, I can say it without fear of contradiction, and Corinda's live as well tomorrow, is Amazon Live. Best audience in the world, Nick.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic place to live stream to. Got some great people, some great comments. There's always some lovely interaction, and yeah, absolutely love it. So we will be more and more on Amazon.
So from Nick and I in sunny England, we don't get to say that very often, in October, Corinda. Bye for now.
Take care, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye. And stop that.